Yo, what's up guys? Crate here. Back with another video. Today we have a familiar topic. Something that I've already made a video on and talked about. Which is another episode of Borderlands Misconceptions. Pearlescents and their usefulness at endgame. So, you know, this game's been out for 11 years now. And ever since Pearls came out, like in 2014, 2013, people have been saying that they're bad, you know, they're unusable, they're trash, all Pearls are bad. You know, legendaries are all better than Pearls. Why would you use a Pearl when you could just use the Unkept Herald? You know, there's plenty of things that people have said throughout the years, plenty of different opinions and takes on Pearls. And honestly, they're wrong. And you know, that might be a bit of a tough pill to swallow for some, because you know, some people have been dead set in their opinions for years. You know, thinking that Pearls are trash, they're bad, they're unusable. But I want to show you guys in this video that Pearls can actually be very good, as well as also showing how trash Pearls can also be. You know, that way we actually know what trash is, you know, and what trash isn't. You know, I should probably cut that part out, but I'm not going to. So, you know, we got a gun here like the Becca, right? Assault rifle. Many players say assault rifles are bad. Worst weapon type in Borderlands 2. Why would you use an assault rifle? You could just use an SMG. They're just better. You know, that's something I've heard so many times. But you know, and you know, the Becca, a lot of people shoot it. They shoot it at point blank range. They're just like, dude, this gun sucks. You know, it does. I'm not going to try to say the number of damage that it does, but the damage on it looks like pretty low, you know? Like, I don't really have anything to compare it to, but I mean, compare it to the Herald, right? Herald has so much more damage than the Becca. Herald's just better, right? That's what some people would say. But, you know, Becca has a unique mechanic where you shoot it and 3 bullets split out. So, that's something with a lot of pros in this game, is that a lot of them aren't very straightforward on how you use them. But there's but they're all very, not all of them, but a lot of them are very good. We're gonna get started. We're gonna run through this area. I'm gonna showcase a couple Pearls. I misspoke a little bit when I said a lot of Pearls are good. I wouldn't say that the majority of them are good, right? It's about even on how many good and bad Pearls there are in the game, which isn't good, but at the same time, you can't say that all Pearls are bad when all Pearls aren't bad, and it's only half of the Pearls that are bad, and the other half are very good. So let's go ahead and start running through this area. We're also playing Axon, which you know, a good amount of people consider to be the worst / weakest character in the game. This guy's a fucking beefcake, alright? This guy's super good. So, we're kind of killing two birds with one stone in the video. Showing you guys why Pearls are very good, and also why Axon is really good. So, you see here with the Butcher, this Anchorman, it's kind of taking a while to take him down with the Butcher. He has a bit more HP, so we want to use something like the Becca or the Sawbar. Sawbar is very good against large targets. Again, notice how, so I would say, right, as we finish off this last enemy here, last couple of enemies, I would say that it's a bit funny. Two of the best Pearls in Borderlands 2, I would say the two best Pearls actually in Borderlands 2 are both assault rifles, which is a bit funny because people talk about how bad assault rifles are, but I mean, the two best pearls in the game are ARs, so you know, they're very good. Take a look at the Becca here. I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played Borderlands 2 at this level in quite a while. This is the last video I made, really. That was kind of the last time I really, like, played Borderlands 2. At endgame. I've been streaming it on YouTube, but that's been a whole new playthrough. So you can see the butcher here, right? Oh, there goes Grit saving us. Massively saving us, wow. It's another thing about Axton, his survivability is insane. You can see with the butcher here, we're spamming it. This thing's... The butcher is a shotgun, but it's shooting as fast as a machine gun. Like, look how fast it shoots. You just pump out so much damage with it. And it has a special effect where it has a chance to randomly add ammo to the magazine of the gun as you're shooting it, which allows you to really just spam it. And with Axton, who has a pretty large fire rate boost, as well as great reload speed and, you know, great gun damage, he makes great use out of the butcher. The butcher's a shotgun that's good on literally every character in Borderlands 2. The saw bar is also good on every character in Borderlands 2, which is surprising, right? Because a lot of people don't use the saw bar on like Zero or Gauge, but it's actually very good on Zero. Like, saw bar is extremely good on Zero. The Becca's also good on every character in the game. Except for Sal, I guess. You can use it on Sal and get great damage, but like, since you're kind of hip firing with it, it's not very optimal to use it on Salvador. And that's kind of the thing with pearls in Borderlands 2. You have some, like the Wanderlust. The Wanderlust sucks on pretty much every character, but it is usable on Gauge and Krieg. You can use it on Krieg as well because he has a massive damage boost, but it's not really worth it. You know, so it's usable on two characters, but not very good. The Carnage, which I guess I'll use the Carnage now. Only good on two characters. Krieg and Axton. I wouldn't even say it's that good on Axton. It's just, it's usable on him. You know, you can put in some work with it. And then we'll put on the Tunguska instead of the saw bar. We'll do that. So the Carnage, which is okay on Axton, the Tunguska, which is actually it's actually a pretty good launcher on Axton. It's the only thing which I'll show you guys. Here, I'll demonstrate right now. So we went down there, but since we killed those two enemies, we went right back up. It has a very large blast radius, the Tunguska. Gunzerker, I should say, would be more correct. Yeah, it has a very large blast radius. So that's a big reason that a lot of people don't like the gun. The large blast radius, and also like that's pretty solid damage. Like, the damage isn't horrible on it. You know, you can clear out full rooms of enemies pretty well with it. But you know, it is a bit risky to use. You have to use it very differently from other rocket launchers, and it also consumes 2 ammo per shot, but 2 ammo per shot is still, you know, a pretty large amount. But you can use like a botted boom, which consumes 1 ammo per shot. You see, we're already out of ammo, which sucks, but we also were low on ammo already to start. Well, I like the Tunguska because that's a very large blast radius. You can shoot it into a room and it'll hit every single enemy in that room. It might not one-shot every enemy in the room, but it's going to hit all of them. So that combined damage is very, very, very good. Let's see. We're gonna switch to like, we're gonna switch to like an optimal Pearl build. The Avenger's also pretty great on Axton and Krieg, but it has a very steep learning curve to it, in my opinion. The Godfinger sucks on every character. It's just an awful pearl. Like, there are some pearls that are just awful, and they're bad on every character, but there's not really that many that are just straight up bad, you know, on every single character. The Bearcat. Bearcat is a bad gun. Here, let's swap our weapons around. I apologize for taking so long there. Let's go ahead and switch out the Becca for the Tunguska, and we'll just hope that we get some rocket launcher ammo. There we go. And now we have a well-rounded build. I put on the big boom blaster and just really hope I get rocket ammo.
Say hello, beautiful.
So this is like, keep in mind with this video is a bit inaccurate because normally you're not going to be using 3 pearlescents on your character at the same time. Like it's very unoptimal to do that. There's no reason to run 3 pearls on your character at the same time, honestly. But for the purpose of the video, I'm just doing that just to show that, you know, pearls, just to show the effectiveness of pearls, to show how good they can do. So for the purpose of the video, I am using all pearls, but realistically, you're gonna only use like 1 pearl, maybe 2 in your builds, you know. 3 though, 3's a bit bad. But one thing I'll say, every character has a pearl that's very good on them. In Borderlands too. Are pearls the end all be all, the best weapons you should be using? No, I would say not. And I don't think it should be that way. Because if pearls were just the best, just the overall best weapons you can get in the game, just the greatest things ever, nothing compares, nothing competes, then guess what? You're only gonna have around like 12 weapons that are viable in the game, and then all the other ones are just a waste of time to use because they're all just inferior to pearls. So pearls overall, like a pearl like the Butcher, right? The Butcher isn't the best Hyperion shotgun, but it's a top tier Hyperion shotgun, you know, which is great. That's where it should be at. The Becca, I mean, I would say the Becca is the best Jacob's AR in the game, honestly. So, you know, we do have some pearls, like, you know, in the Sawbar is the best bandit SMG, the best bandit AR in the game as well. So we do have some that are just the best in slot, which is fine. I just don't think that all of them should be best in slot, which they're not, you know, which is great. We're not gonna run through this entire area. Once we get to that big door over there, we'll be done showcasing the power of pearls. But I do hope so far. I do hope that I've successfully shown off so far how good pearls can be in Borderlands 2. Of course, I think honestly, Axton isn't the best character to showcase pearlescence on. Not because Axton is like, I don't know, not because he's like bad or anything. It's just, I don't know, like, I don't know. I just feel like a different character would kind of show off the power of pearls better. For me, at least, because these really aren't the normal weapons I would always be using on Axton, you know, like this combination especially that I'm using here. I use pearls on Axton all the time. I use the Butcher, I use the Becca, the Sawbar, but just never all together. So it's a bit funky.
Dropping sentry.
But I mean, you guys can see from the video how well this is going. I haven't really gone down at all. I haven't struggled much against any enemies. You know, everything's gone well. We're gonna stop there because I killed those 2 guys like I said I would. Well, let's see if the Tunguska can take out those guys over there. Tunguska also has a drop to its shots, so that's something. Yeah, as you can see, if those guys aren't slagged, so the Tunguska doesn't do that much damage. It kind of sucks. But if you're playing Zero with the Tunguska and you use Deathmark, you can just nuke entire groups of enemies. Like, it's kind of funny. Zero's kind of better than Axton with launchers, to be honest. In certain situations. But yeah, that's the whole video. I just want to show you guys the true power of pearls. This is a bit of a remaster of the original video because I feel like that video, while it was good, the mic quality was really bad. The video quality was also pretty bad. It just wasn't the greatest video. So I kind of wanted to just revisit this topic and talk about it again. Funnily enough, I actually recorded like the same video basically like a couple of days ago, but I just didn't really feel right about it. But yeah, I feel right about this video. I'm liking how this video turned out. So yeah, this is the remaster of the original Borderlands Misconceptions, Pearlescents, yada yada yada. Next video will probably be a remaster of the Axton Jacobs build, which will be fun because I really like that build. I think that build is really cool and it's a very unique build. I haven't seen anyone make a build like that on YouTube or anywhere else. So I wanna put that video out again as well. Yeah, and I also have a Borderlands retrospective that I'm working on that'll be coming out. I don't know when, but I'm working on it. I'm working on getting that out. Anyways, that's enough advertising. Except I do want to say I'm streaming Borderlands 2 on YouTube pretty frequently. I'm gonna try to stream more though, for sure. But I'm streaming pretty frequently on YouTube, doing an entire playthrough in preparation for the retrospective video. So if you want to watch, you want to show up for that, I usually go live around 8 p.m. PST. No set days right now, but around that time, you might see me live. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like. Comment if you got any ideas, you want to argue about why pearls are actually trash or whatever else. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. And you guys have a good day / night, whatever it is for you. All right, love you guys. See you later.